Good morning from the King 5 newsroom, where we are streaming live with breaking news out of Puyallup at this hour. I'm Jake Wittenberg. We have now confirmed 2 deaths in a shooting involving 3 people in the city of Puyallup. This on the northwest portion of the city. We're told by police on scene this is near the Stewart Crossing, sort of, again, on that northwest portion of the scene. We are awaiting a moment with the public relations officer who is on scene, going to provide us some more information. What we do know at this hour, as we start looking toward the scene as we wait for this public information officer, this was some kind of a domestic violence situation which ended in a shooting. When police arrived, 3 people were shot, and again, we've confirmed 2 have died. Let's get out to the scene here at this hour and get more information from local police.
3 family members involved in a domestic situation. It spilled outside of the house and ended up into the neighbor's driveway or garage area. One of the family members ended up shooting 2 other adult family members. At that time, the homeowner of the neighboring house intervened, and the suspect was shot by the homeowner. This time, the homeowner intervened, shot the suspect, and then the suspect is deceased. We have 1 family member deceased and 1 family member at a local hospital with serious injury.
At this point, can you speak to the homeowner who opened fire? Can you speak to the legality in this state? Is that something you can speak to?
Well, that's under investigation as to exactly how the circumstances took place. So.
There are emotional people. Are officers having to deliver news about the death of family members to children?
Not right now, I don't believe so. There's been several family members that were already on scene. We're interviewing a lot of witnesses that, as you could imagine, are quite distraught. The officers are doing the best to do the investigation and be compassionate towards them. We also have 2 of our chaplains on scene.
This is my first time in your community.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about this neighborhood and how unusual this is? Do you guys know anything about what started the domestic dispute?
That's still under investigation as to how the dispute started. As far as the neighborhood goes, Puyallup's a great community with low violence crime, and so this is fairly unusual for the neighborhood.
Do you know if the house where this originated at is law enforcement familiar with the house and or the shooter?
I don't have that information yet. No.
Where is the neighbor who opened fire? Were they taken into custody?
Nobody is in custody right now. Detectives are interviewing everybody involved.
Can you talk about what you guys are going to be doing the rest of the night? I know you mentioned what you're doing now, but is this a scene that will be taped off for some time?
I expect our detectives will be on scene for some time. We have 2 residents that need to be processed for evidentiary purposes. We have several witnesses that we need to interview. We have obviously we still have a concern for a victim at the local hospital, and we need to monitor that person's condition, and at some point get an interview there. So I expect us to be on scene for the next several hours.
And my last question for you, what was the status of that person when they were transported to the hospital?
Right now, that person's in serious condition.
Do you know if they sustained a gunshot wound and where?
There was a gunshot wound. I don't have the location yet.
Approximately, are they all adults or are they children?
At this point, we believe everybody is an adult.
Yeah.
Did you say already what time this happened? I don't know if I caught that or not.
I don't actually have the time right now. It was later in the morning.
Do you know if it sounds like there's a school bus that comes around and picks up kids every morning? You know if that was before or after that? Or?
School was already in session by the time that this happened. So.
And there are a lot of houses close together here. Is video, like doorbell video evidence that you all are able to gather?
Sure. Our detectives, we have, not only do we have Puyallup detectives, but we have the crime response unit that consists of our partners here in the Pierce County metro area. They're here to help us, and one of the things that we do is we canvass the entire neighborhood to look for not only witnesses, but Ring camera, video, any kind of video that would help us out.
Sorry, you already answered this.
Sure.
But what's the relationship of everybody involved?
Right now, the relationship, we know they're family members, and that's as far as we've gotten so far.
But the two scenes were across the street from each other, so was it family members that live across the street from each other?
I don't have that information yet. As far as I know, it's a neighbor, but detectives are still pretty early on in interviewing everybody.
You mentioned two chaplains. I just want to ask, what is their job in a situation like this, generally?
Well, our chaplains, they provide a whole host of resources, throughout everything they do. But when they come on a scene like this, they're just available. They're available to the family or neighbors or witnesses, anybody that might have been affected by the incident. Obviously, we have close family members in this particular incident that they're here for comfort. They're here to just provide some sort of comfort and to console, and maybe even to help out later with if arrangements need to be made. Such.
Do some of those other family members live here in the neighborhood as well? We heard they might be.
I don't have that information yet. No.
Miss anything?
I don't think so. Like I said, we're going to be here for the next couple hours, and as more information gets available, I'm going to put out a press release here, and hopefully next hour or so.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Thank you, sir. Can I reach up on you?
Oh, yep. I always almost walk off with here.
All right, you've been listening to Captain Kevin Gill with the Puyallup Police Department piecing together this latest scene there in the northwest portion of the city. Here's what we now know based on what Captain Gill just told us. 3 people were involved in this incident. There was some kind of a domestic violence situation in this house. That fight spilled out of the house where it appears one family member shot 2 others that were in the house. That's when a homeowner intervened and shot that suspect. There are 2 people dead in the situation. One who has been seriously injured with a gunshot wound rushed to the hospital. So to recap, 2 people have died. A third has been injured in this shooting. Captain Gill saying this is an otherwise very peaceful, quiet neighborhood, a fairly low crime rate, according to him. There is a lot of questioning going on, as you can imagine, with the number of people who were at the scene, but also in that house. Still, the question is, what led up to this fight? What is the motive for this shooting here? And who was shot? What was the relationship between these individuals? We do not know that, but we do know a lengthy investigation is going to be happening. Our coverage will continue throughout the day. We have Alex McClune live there at the scene, gathering more from Captain Gill and witnesses in that neighborhood. You could see a few in that video there. We'll have the latest on King 5 News at noon today and streaming 24/7. Thanks for joining us in the King 5 Newsroom. I'm Jake Wittenberg.